So you made up your mind, you're moving to a suburb of the greater Houston, Texas area, but you don't really know where. Hey, in this video, I'm gonna tell you the pros and cons of living in Missouri City, Texas, which is a suburb in Southwest Houston, about 30 minutes from downtown Houston. Let's check it out. This will be a great video. What's up, everybody? My name is Nicole Handy. I'm the team leader of the Nicole Handy team here in Houston, Texas, and welcome to the Living in Houston, Texas channel. This channel is all about everything you need to know about living in Houston, Texas. Do me a favor, hit the like button so that everybody that's looking for this type of content also finds me, and also subscribe to my channel so you are notified every time I put out cool content about what it's like to live in Houston and the surrounding areas. So guys, like I told you, in this video, I'm gonna talk about the pros and cons of living in Missouri City, Texas. I actually live in Missouri City, so I'm giving you a first-hand look. I'm actually standing out in my community now. So I live in Sienna, which is the largest master plan community in Missouri City, but I'm not gonna focus on Sienna in this video. I will give you another exclusive video only talking about Sienna. Today's video, again, is about the pros and cons of living in Missouri City. So the first pro about living in Missouri City is affordability, guys. There is something for everyone here. We have homes in the first-time home buyer price range all the way up to $2, $3, $4 million. So, but overall, you get a lot of bang for your buck here. When I look at the price per square foot of these homes compared to homes in other areas, this is the lowest. On top of that, let me tell you, Missouri City has one of the lower tax rates compared to some of the other suburbs that you'll see around Houston, Texas. Specifically in my community, our tax rate is 3.1 after you file your homestead exemption, which is like your tax discount. We're under 3%, and that's really not normal for an area in the suburbs. Also, we see a lot of businesses that's set up here. That's one thing I love about Missouri City. There's a lot of small businesses here that do very well, but they come to this area because the taxes are substantially lower. So guys, the second pro about living in Missouri City, the proximity to Houston and surrounding suburbs. So Missouri City is smack dab in the middle of Pearland, Texas and Sugar Land, Texas. And it's roughly only a 20-minute drive from Houston, more like 30 minutes from downtown. But the fact that it's smack dab in between Pearland, Sugar Land and Houston, you get to take advantage of all the amenities, not only in Missouri City, but in those surrounding areas as well. Pearland has a fully developed town center. Sugar Land has a really cool town center. There's tons of things to do in the Houston area. So if you're looking to be within a close proximity of a lot of places to do a lot of things, Missouri City is definitely where you want to be. Also, the Texas Medical Center. If you guys don't know, Texas Medical Center is #2 in the nation next to Boston. We are a 20-minute drive from the Texas Medical Center. So all of my medical professionals, if you're looking to be in a robust area and be close to work and a short drive to the Texas Medical Center, this is definitely where you want to be. So another pro about living in Missouri City is the good school district. So I'm standing again in my community, Sienna, but there's 2 schools behind me. One of them my daughter actually goes to. So guys, I can really speak to the schools in Fort Bend ISD. So just so you know, Fort Bend ISD is ranked number 9 amongst all the school districts in the greater Houston area. And furthermore, they're ranked number 2 school district with the greatest diversity. So that is something that is so key to me. I found that information on niche.com just in case you want to check it out. But speaking to the schools, guys, I love how Fort Bend ISD schools, not only are they ranked high, you have a lot of A-rated schools, but I love how the schools are really involved in the community, and the community is really involved with the schools. The PTO, like none other, they raise so much money and throw it right back into the schools. So we see these schools changing, things being added to the schools every day. There's community events. We personally have, one of my favorite community events is the movie night that we have at the elementary school. So they rent this huge monitor. They bring all the kids and the parents out, lawn chairs, have popcorn, you know, movie snacks and all of that stuff. And we watch a movie, but I really love how they're embedded in the community. So not only are you getting good schools, you're getting schools in a school district that focus on the heart of the community. Okay guys, so my next pro about living in Missouri City is the low crime rate. It is statistically known, according to niche.com, of course, that Missouri City has one of the lower crime rates in the greater Houston area. So I am a native Houstonian. I've lived in Missouri City though since 2013. I've lived in 2 communities here and I've never felt like crime has been an issue. My car has never been broken into. I've never had anything stolen from my home. My home has never been broken into. I'm not saying those things don't happen, but it's not a huge concern of mine. I feel really safe in Missouri City. I've had to call the police once, and it wasn't for anything crazy like that, but when I did call the constable, they showed up at my house within 2 minutes. 2 minutes, guys, 2 minutes. It's a really safe place. I really feel comfortable here. If you're looking for a safe place to raise a family, I think this is a great place to do it. So guys, for my last pro, I'm actually in my car. So the last pro of living in Missouri City that I want to talk to you guys about is the abundance of things to do. So I already told you we're right in between Pearland, we're right in between Sugarland, we're close to Houston. So we can really take advantage of any of those amenities in any of those communities. But we have things to do right here in Missouri City. So I'm actually sitting in my car. I'm gonna drive you guys around, but sitting in the car in the parking lot right behind our new Cinemark theater here. So Missouri City, we already have things to do. I mean, there's tons of parks, tons of play areas, tons of things for the kids to do. We have a Bounce Bounce, which is a new trampoline park. We have a couple of trampoline parks throughout the neighborhood, throughout the Missouri City for the kids. A lot of eateries, restaurants, retails, but I wanted to show you our newest thing that's happening here, which is our Missouri City Town Center. So the Town Center, we just got a new Cinemark that's open. They're building a bunch of retail shops and they even have some restaurants here. We see town centers in most of the suburban communities or the suburban areas in Houston. We'll see they have town centers. Pearland has a really cool big town center. Sugarland has a really nice town center, and so we're getting our own in Missouri City. So I'm going to drive around. I thought it'd be easier to drive than walk some of this stuff, but I'm going to drive around, show you the movie theater and show you some of the things that's coming. It's still under construction, which is a good thing, right? Because as these things come and as they continue to develop commercial spaces in these cities, our property value just grows. So I'm gonna flip my camera around. I'm going to show you some of the cool things that's happening right here in Missouri City. More things for us, the residents, to do here. So check it out. Let's go. Okay guys, so here is the Cinemark. You see the sign even says now open. This is a brand new movie theater that we just got in our town center area. If you look to the opposite side, there is an Olive Garden that's under construction. It's almost open. But we're getting some really cool things up here. There's a Mod Pizza and James Avery coming. Honestly, I don't know what's all coming here. And to the left, I want you to see, these will be nothing but retail stores. So a bunch of retail stores. I think there's like a Ulta coming, a Ross coming, a dollar store coming here. But all of this stuff, this is brand new to the Missouri City area. And like I said, this is just one of the many things that you can do to find recreation, shopping, dining, go to the movies, kind of hang out. But it's a lot of things to do. One of my favorite parks is the Missouri City Park. It's huge. It's huge. Tons of things to do. And not only are there tons of things to do just like in Missouri City, but in the communities, guys, there's a lot of things for residents to do directly inside their communities. So again, tons of things to do here. You don't have to leave Missouri City if you don't want to, but even if you decided to, because we are in like the heart, in the middle of so many other communities and other suburban areas, you can find a lot to do within a close proximity. So guys, we talked about all the pros of living in Missouri City. Now, let's talk about some of the cons of living in Missouri City. Whenever you have pros, you have cons. So I want to tell you guys and be very transparent about both of those things. This is a great place to live, but there's also some things I really don't like about living in Missouri City. The first one is the weather. Just in general in Houston, Texas, wherever you are, if you're close to the Houston area, it gets hot here. Now, ironically, you see me in a scarf and things like that because it's actually kind of cold today. I'm a cold natured person. It's only really 50 degrees outside, but yeah, that's a little cold to me, so I'm bundled up today. But in the summertime, it gets freaking hot. We have heat indexes well over 100 degrees. And because we're so close to the coastline, the humidity here is a factor. So when you mix 90-degree weather with high humidity, it feels well over 100 degrees. So the peak time where it gets the hottest in the Missouri City area is in August, but we start to feel that 90, 100 degree weather starting as early as May. So May, June, July, August, rolling into the beginning of September, it is detrimentally hot here. Now, Houstonians, people that live in the surrounding area, Missouri City and things like that, we've gotten used to it. We really pretty much know when and when not to be out in the summertime, because I mean, like, think about it, guys, being in that type of heat, it can be detrimental to your health as well. So we got to make sure we stay hydrated. We got to make sure we stay out of the sun, and we really stay out from being outside during those peak hours. So from about noon to about 4 or 5 p.m. we're not even outside. It's just too hot. Okay, guys, so number 2, the second con thing I don't really like about living in Missouri City, as much as I like being here, guys, we are not close to a major highway. It's about a 10 to 15 minute drive to get to any highway. So I told you in some of the pros that we are smack dab in the middle of Pearland, Texas, Missouri City, Texas, and Houston, Texas. So because of that, all the major highways go between those. So Pearland, you have, that's more of Southeast Houston going 288 south. Sugarland, that's more southwest. You have 59 or 69 south. And then if you're going into Houston, you're gonna hit 610, which is one of the major loops. Now, to get to each one of those highways, it's about a 15-minute drive. So just factor that into your commute. You know, we're not one of those areas where you can just hop in and hop off the highway quickly. It does take a bit of a drive to get to those highways. So just when you're factoring in your commute time, factor that in as well, that you're at about additional 10 to 15 minutes to your commute, because it's gonna take you about that long to get to a major highway. Now, the one thing we do have is a Fort Bend toll road, which is a toll road, a highway that you have to pay to drive on. Now, that is smack dab in feeds into Missouri City, but again, that is one of the roads that we use to help feed us to these other major highways. It's not considered a major highway. It's basically just a access way into Missouri City that gets you here a little bit faster. Even if you take the Fort Bend toll road, you're still gonna be a 10 to 15 minute drive from a major highway. So just make sure you factor that in. Okay, so the next con I want to talk about kind of goes along the lines of the commutes to get to the Missouri City area. So in Missouri City, there's really no public transportation. So you do need a car. If you're looking for an area around the greater Houston area, one of these suburbs where you don't have to have a car and you want walkability, Missouri City is not the place for you. I'm in my community, Sienna. There's almost 20,000 homes here. We need a car. I can't even walk around my whole community, right? So I need a car just to get from one side of the community to the other. So just keep that in mind. There's really no public transportation here. You are going to need a car to move around the Missouri City area, not only just within the Missouri City area, but as you commute to these other suburbs, the commute to Houston, you don't have access to public transportation like that. The one public transportation you do have is if you are someone that works downtown. Now, Missouri City does have what we call a park and ride bus station. So it's ran by the Metro system, which is our public transportation system. They have areas around Missouri City where you can park your car and ride the bus if you're solely going downtown to work. That's really the only major line of transportation that we have here. But outside of that, you need a car in Missouri City, Texas. All right, guys, so most of my cons, as you will see, are related to commutes and travel and things like that. So the fourth con that I'm gonna tell you about is traffic. So it's no secret that if you live anywhere around Houston, Texas, you absolutely cannot beat the traffic. And that's no exception for Missouri City. So Missouri City is about 30 minutes from downtown heart of Houston, okay? So you have two major highways that you could go into. Now, mind you, because we're in the center of two major suburb communities, you not only have traffic for Missouri City coming to Missouri City, but we also got to get on one of those major highways that's going to take you to either Pearland or Sugarland. So now you're fighting with people that's going to Pearland and Sugarland and also coming into Missouri City. So those peak hours, I'd say peak traffic times really starts about, in Houston, really starts about 4:30 p.m. If you're on a highway at 4:30 p.m., it is gonna be traffic trying to get into Missouri City. So that 30-minute commute from downtown can easily turn into over an hour during those peak times. And same thing for when you're going into the communities. Peak traffic time starts about, I'd say about 7:30 a.m. So just kind of keep that in mind. Your commute can actually double because of traffic, especially when you're coming in and out of the Missouri City area. Okay, and last but not least, my last con. This is a con for my international travelers. So in Houston, we have two airports. We have Hobby Airport, which is more so for domestic travel. They do have a very small amount of international travel that they service, but our main airport is gonna be Bush. And that's where all of our international travel is gonna go in and out of. Bush is located in North Houston. Every time I clock it and I have to go to Bush, it's an hour drive. So my last con is that Missouri City is not close to an international airport here. So if you are traveling, if you do a lot of international travel for work or whatever the case may be, Missouri City may not be the best option for you, considering that you want to have a close commute to an airport that you frequent. Okay guys, like I said, I'm Nicole Handy, with the team leader of the Nicole Handy team. And hey, look, we have so many people calling us, texting us, emailing us that want to move to Houston, and we just love helping everybody. So you guys can actually do the exact same thing. You can text me, you can email me, you can skip all that and click the link below to schedule a consultation so that we can service you hands-on. You can reach us anyway. No matter how you want to get in touch with us, we would love to help you with your move to Houston, Texas.